I'm Nick Royer, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees for the IARFC, and I want to welcome you to the 2020 Loren Dunton Award Ceremony. Now, this is going to be a break from tradition on a few fronts. Of course, this isn't being done during our normal IARFC Awards ceremony for obvious reasons. And the room here isn't filled with the world's top financial consultants, and we aren't joined with all of our past winners of the Dunton Award. But nonetheless, the meaning of this award has not changed. If anything, during these challenging times, we are seeing how financial consultants are very much on the front lines in helping their clients navigate through these challenging and uncertain times. Now, Loren Dunton, well, he understood this. He knew the impact that financial consultants could make in the world, and he set out to expand that message. These days, well, we know him as the father of financial planning. We also know him as the visionary who knew that financial planning had everything to do with not just the planning part, but also finding the right products to solve a financial problem. So no matter if that came from the insurance world or the investment world, the right plan and the right product had to go hand in hand. Now, back when Dunton was thinking about this, the financial planning industry, well, it didn't exist. But he saw the need and he did something about it. So in 1969, he put together a group of financial professionals in Chicago, and the founding of the industry took root. Now, these roots grew quickly. Financial associations formed, magazines got printed, colleges and universities made financial planning courses, and foundations were formed. And he went on to write many books, one of which I know our Dunton Award winner this year still keeps cherished in his own office. Now, Dunton's entire mission was based on ethics. Ethics being the glue that when someone delivers competent, knowledgeable advice and marries that with the right financial products, you have something very special, a calling that is noble. So his mission and vision are what makes up the DNA of the Dunton Award. And those that are awarded this award must share that mission as well. It has to be part of their DNA. And I'm incredibly excited and honored to be giving this award out this year to a man who I feel has the DNA of a true financial leader, just like Loren Dunton had. Our 2020 Loren Dunton Memorial Award winner is Barry Daly. Now, before I bring Barry on to accept the award, I'm going to give a little history of this gentleman who hopefully had the chance of meeting last year at the IARFC conference in Nashville, Tennessee at the Gaylord Opryland. Barry was our keynote speaker at the award ceremony, and over the past 40 years, well, he's made a pretty big impact. Barry graduated from Brigham Young University with a degree in financial and estate planning. His father, Keith, was in the industry too. He was a founding father of money concepts, and he taught his son the finer points of building a financial planning business. Now, fast forward to 1981, and Barry opens up his own money concepts firm. But 2 generations in the industry was not enough. Son Levi is in the industry too, so now that's 3 generations. And being second-generation financial consultant myself, I can personally tell you how cool that is. Now, Barry's teamed up with other people over the years, some great organizations. He helped form financial planning programs in 600 credit unions. Now, in a minute, I'm going to bring Barry on to our virtual stage, where he's definitely not a stranger to any stage. He's been speaking and training 700 Money Concepts associates across the country, and at the same time, he has his own private clients. Barry's a family man. He's been married as long as I've been alive, about 40 years, and they have 5 children and 5 grandchildren. And I've got something else in common with Barry. Although I never made it out of the ranks of Cub Scout leader and den dad, Barry has stayed with the Boy Scout level as an adult, and he's been a volunteer since 1981. He even won the Silver Beaver Award in 2013, and for those of you who don't know what that is, that's the highest honor of an adult leader. Last year at our conference at the Gaylord, I discovered Barry's true passion. He's an adventurer, and that makes sense because he lives in Wyoming. When he's done with one mountain, he looks for the next mountain to climb. So before I bring Barry on and give him the honor of this, I'm going to share a story. And last year, we had the IARFC conference at the Gaylord Opryland. It was a fantastic event, and I can't wait till we go back to that again. I mean, obviously, this is a very different way of giving an honor, is over a video call. But the honor is still true, and the effect that you've had on people over the years is one that's absolutely amazing. One of which I don't even think you remember, but you made an impact on a little 6-year-old girl last year. and we were sitting at the Gaylord Opryland. It was awards night. And I was, my table was the front left of the stage, and you made a reference about Amazon Alexa. And my daughter, and you were referencing about Alexa and how that's impacted the world around us. And my daughter blurts out, well, we have 5 Alexas, And so I was just thinking about that. And I told Abby, I told her what we were doing, and who had gotten the award. And she said, is that the Alexa guy? So I am just absolutely thrilled to be, to have you here and to be able to give you this honor, to be able to share this with you, and be the person to not share it, but be the person who's actually honoring you with this. To me is really cool, because you made such a huge impact when it comes to the MRFC, when it comes to the dedication that you've had for the association, how you've impacted the lives of not only the people that you work with in your own practice, but how that spawned out to all the other people that are out there in the financial planning world through the IARFC and other avenues too. So with that, I just want to honor you as the Loren Dunton Award winner, Barry Daly. Congratulations, Barry. The stage is yours, my friend.
Nick, thank you very much. I am truly honored. I look at the vast number of really highly qualified financial professionals, and I'm really humbled that I would be one selected for this award. This is truly an honor. I had an interesting experience early in my career. I would attend the International Association for Financial Planning. That was the previous name of the FPA. I would attend their annual conventions. And I attended one in the late 1980s. It was in San Francisco. And while there, I was standing by an exhibit booth. Money Concepts had an exhibit booth there. And so I was standing there, and this older gentleman, walked up to me, and we started to talk, and he introduced himself as Loren Dunton. And it didn't really mean anything to me initially, but as we talked, and the more I talked to him and the more he shared with me, the more I realized who he was. And he was talking to me about the National Center for Financial Education and the impact that financial planning is having on the world. And then he handed me a book. He handed me this book, About Your Future by Loren Dunton. And of course, I still have it. I've read it. I've used things out of it in my teaching over the years. But anyway, it was just really kind of a cool experience. And at the time, I didn't really realize the impact he had had on this profession. So to be honored with this in his name, to me, is really quite amazing. It's very cool. I think about, that 13 men of this group of 13 men in Chicago on December 12th, 1969. Loren Dunton was the leader there, and they decided that day they needed to establish a new thing called financial planning. And so the landscape they approached in the 1970s and 1980s was daunting. He was involved not just in redoing something, he was involved in creating a whole new order of things. He was creating a new philosophy, a new profession. And that's pretty hard to do. It's very impressive that he had the energy and the foresight to do that. But much like this mountain you see on the screen before you, he had a difficult uphill climb to establish this new thing. He couldn't do it alone, but with help, he made progress one pitch at a time, and it's very impressive what's been accomplished over the last 50 years. It's truly impressive. Now, on the screen, that picture you see, that mountain, I took that photo. It's Granite Peak. It's the tallest mountain in Montana. And in August of 2016, my son Levi and I and another friend, his name is Chad, he was our guide, we climbed this mountain. And on the first day of our climb, we left our camp about 4 o'clock in the morning. We climbed about 12 miles. It took us all day to get to a place that is known as Froze to Death Plateau. And it's aptly named Froze to Death Plateau. But we got there and we rested and we had a nice meal, and then we bedded down for the night, and then we got up in the wee hours of the next day for our summit bid. And we had to hike about 6 miles across very, very rocky terrain across the Froze to Death Plateau to this place where I took this picture. So I'm standing there looking at this scene that you see before you. And I was very impressed. It's such a beautiful, rugged mountain to look at. But I was also very intimidated by this mountain. I mean, it's a very difficult mountain to climb. And I'm standing there thinking, we have to go down before we go up. And it was really daunting to look at this. And I remember standing there next to Levi and Chad, and I looked at Chad, who was our guide, and I said, Chad, am I going to be able to climb this mountain to the summit safely and then return safely home? And Chad said to me, that's up to you. And so those are the questions I always ask myself before I climb. And so I just said, okay, let's do this. And we started to climb. As we worked together, we supported each other. We efficiently moved up the mountain. We moved from pitch to pitch until we reached the summit. Now, there are many stories that I could share with you on this little expedition we were on, but we did fortunately make it to the summit safely, and we made it home safely. So this beautiful mountain wall that you see on the screen, it's likened unto the daunting challenges we face in the financial planning industry. There are a lot of changes happening. There's a lot of things we have to deal with. There's an aging population of financial professionals. There's a decline in the number of people entering the profession. We have introduction of disruptors like fintech and other things that are adding complexity potentially and change to our profession. However, just as we were able to successfully climb Granite Peak, one pitch at a time, supporting each other, working together, we can successfully face the challenge of the future of our profession. And that's really left to us, to our generation, to leave it to the next generation in good order so they can then continue to grow and develop this wonderful business that we have and that we can have an impact on the lives of so many people. And it's really through organizations like the International Association for Registered Financial Consultants that we can band together. We can support one another as we create a bright new future for the financial planning profession. It's really up to us. We need to change the industry to a friendlier, more honest, trustworthy environment where financial consultants have the committed, benevolent interest of the clients that they serve. So I invite all of you to join me in this very important quest. And again, I want to thank you of the IARFC and the Loren Dunton Award Selection Committee for this humbling honor. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Barry. Like I said, the people in history who have won the Loren Dunton Award is, amazing. And it keeps getting better and better every year. I remember being a young person and growing up seeing the people in the magazines who had won the award, never thinking to myself that I would have the honor at one point in my career to actually award somebody who has gotten that award. And so congratulations from all of us at the IARFC, for the Board of Trustees and all of the members. I want to congratulate you on your on all the things that you've done to help out the association and make a transformational difference in the lives of all the people in the association. So from all of us, we want to congratulate you. Thank you for all that you do and that all that you are continuing to do, because it's not like you're done. If anything, you're still climbing up that mountain, right?
Yes, yes, indeed.
You are, and so that's awesome, and the journey the journey is just beginning for many people out there, and you haven't ended your journey; you're still going, and so that's pretty awesome. So from all of us, I want to congratulate you for being the Loren Dunton Award winner. And folks, you can find out more information about this by going to www.iarfc.org. But until then, congratulations, Barry. I don't know how this award, if anybody knows what the Loren Dunton bust looks like, it's about yay big, and it is heavy. So I'm not sure when it's going to get wherever it's getting to you. Hopefully the UPS guy is a strong enough guy to get it to you. But when you do get it, I'm sure you will have many great, you'll have to cheers to it. And next time we see each other, I'll have to cheers you as well. So congratulations, Barry, on a award well deserved.
Nick, thank you very much. I appreciate the honor.